Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video. Today guys, we're going to be looking at a Braixen deck, but this Braixen build is going to be using Omastar in the deck as a little tech card to try to item lock the opponent. And this deck is actually kind of cool. I did get 2 games with the deck, and I will say the second game is pretty sick, so stick around for that. And also, I do want to say, I am about 100 subscribers off of 6,000 subs now, so if you guys haven't subbed to the channel, make sure to do so to help me get 6,000 subscribers. That would make my day. Anyways, so yeah, this is Braixen Omastar. It plays like a Greens Braixen deck. We aren't playing the Jesse and James hand control stuff in this deck. Instead, we're focusing more on just kind of raw power and with Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff with Reshiram. And we are going to be playing Omastar here. With a deck like this, we don't really fill up our bench that much because we don't need to. So if the opponent fills up their bench, we can play an Omastar with getting into play through Brilliant Flare. We can just grab all the pieces to get the Omastar in play. We get the Omastar down, we item lock them, and maybe we can do some reset stamp shenanigans to put them to a low hand size. And that is the idea of this Braixen Omastar deck. So before I get in the video, of course, shout out to the sponsor, Cardcraft and TCG, guys. If you're ever in any need of any PTCGO pack codes, if you're trying to get Cosmic Eclipse codes still, and get all those good Cosmic Eclipse cards like Reshiram, or if you're trying to get Braixen yourself, get all your PTCGO codes over at Cardcraft and TCG, guys. They have all the other PTCGO code goodness over there, like Elite Trainer Box codes, Pokemon GX codes, all that stuff is over there. If you get anything from Cardcraft and TCG, guys, at the checkout, use code LDF for a 5% discount on your order. Helps you out, helps myself out, helps out Cardcraft and TCG. It is a win for everybody, supports the channel, that good stuff. So shout out to the sponsor, Cardcraft and TCG. Make sure to check them out. Now let's look into the list. So, I mean, Green's Braixen definitely seems to be a popular deck right now, and I know the hand control build is getting some attention, but what about the item lock build? So let's look at kind of what we're going on. So we have a lot of the basic pieces you'll see in the Green Zard decks that we've seen right now for Braixen. We still have the Volcanion for Flare Starter, which is so good. Being able to get 3 fire energies onto your Braixen is really good because this card does still need 4 energy. We can also get 4 energy for Reshiram here to try and go for a double Blaze KO. Very important to be able to do 300 damage there. And of course I have that Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff with the deck. It's a pretty good card. We could do Jumping Balloon and possibly take big knockouts with it. We also have Puffy Smashers GX, allowing us to possibly do 200 damage to something on the bench. This could be a really good GX attack if, you know, there's a Dedenne on the bench or something we can knock out to win the game. So that's why this Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff is pretty good. And of course we have 2 copies of Omastar here for Fossil Bind, which again, it can only work if your opponent has more Pokemon in play than you do. And because we're playing a Greens deck and we only have 10 Pokemon, most of the time we're only going to have at most 3 Pokemon in play, Omastar being our 3rd Pokemon. So most of the time we are going to have Omastar's ability be in play. And if we also reset stamp them to a low hand size with Omastar's Fossil Bind in play, we can really lock the opponent out of the game and possibly just win the game due to them being stuck. We go to the items now. We got 1 Cherish Ball along with 2 Tag Calls. I probably would just take out Cherish Ball altogether and just play 3 Tag Calls. Whatever. I do have a Pokecom though too if we ever need to just Pokecom for Omastar or even Volcanion here, so maybe you could just take out the Cherish Ball, throw another Pokecom. I actually would probably recommend a 3rd reset stamp too, maybe even go 4 resets, just play a bunch of stamps, just try to wither the opponent's hand down with Omastar. I think 2 stamps is a little low. Looking back on it, I probably should have played more than 2, but it is what it is. Now the interesting combo I've actually gone with here is Custom Catcher and Great Catcher. I've actually decided to play a mix of both. The reason I'm playing both is because there's a lot of scenarios where you can Custom Catcher stuff out to knock them out, and that's big, or you can Great Catcher stuff out. Mainly stuff like the Dedenne GX is kind of why we have the Great Catcher in the deck, but the customs can also be pretty good if there's a non-GX in play. And because we can do Brilliant Flare, we should be able to always get Custom Catcher pieces. I got a Fiery Flint, 2 crystals, pretty standard stuff you'll see in Green Zard decks. Of course, 4 Pokégears. The only card missing really is Acrobike, but I couldn't find room for it. I am play 2 Rare Candies for the Omastar. 2 Stamps, again, a card I would probably want to play more of. I got 2 Switches. Another card that I actually think is pretty good in here because being able to switch is just so good if you want to go into Volcanion or you want to go with like another GX with a Tag Switch to it, or if Omastar gets stuck in the active. I guess you should probably play 3 switches, but we do have 1 copy of Mallow Lana along with a Caitlin Cynthia if we ever need to get that back. I am play 2 Tag Call. I guess you could take out the Cherish Ball to play 3 Tag Calls, but whatever. I do play 1 copy of Tag Switch. This card came in handy because it's really good to move the energy around to a new attacker. You could possibly use this to build up a double Blaze out of nowhere. We got 3 unidentified fossils, 2 Giant Hearths, 1 Heat Factory, and 1 Power Plant. I would maybe recommend 2 Power Plants because of the ability to stamp them with an Omastar and then Power Plant them, prevents them from the dead-ing, so there's another option. I mean, not a perfect list, obviously, it's kind of in its early stages. And supporters, of course, you got your greens and your welders. Caitlin Cynthia is really good. You could play 2 of these if you want, but being able to get back a welder or a green is good. Of course, we have a Mallow Lana for the switch and the heal. I am playing 1 Choice Helmet. You'll see it a lot in these Green Star decks, but Choice Helmet is nice, giving your Reshiram more HP. And 11 Fire Gs to round out the energy here. And yeah, this is my Braixen Omastar deck. It's a pretty cool deck if you can get that lock going, and item lock with being able to get any 3 cards you want is pretty OP. Or stamp item lock is also OP. So let's go show the deck off on PTCGO. Alright guys, we're going to get into some games with the Braixen and Omastar deck. And I'm pretty excited to play it and see what we run into here on PTCGO. My main issue, we might play against a few Keldeo decks, because Keldeo is kind of popular right now because of, obviously, ADP, RC Style Palkia, but we'll have to see if that becomes a issue for us. That's if we can find a game here. There we go, getting into a match against another fire deck. This could be another greens deck, which means Omastar is kind of useless, to be honest with you. It's kind of useless, and it doesn't really do too much. We do win the coin flip. But we're going to make my opponent go first. And alright, nice, good hand, I'd like to see it. Starting with Volcanion is really good. Now, again, I don't think I'm going to need the Omastar here, but we'll see. And they're playing heals too, I don't like that. The Omastar could be useful, but like the problem is like Greenstar decks never really bench anything. So, we'll have to see. I'll probably be attacking with High Heat Blast, to be honest with you. We do have a good hand, though. We can green, get ourselves Cherish Ball, get ourselves Braixen. We do have 2 reset stamps we can use, too. We'll see if they're playing the more hand-locky version of the Greenstar deck or not. That's what I'm curious to see, if they're playing a hand control build, or they're just playing more of a straightforward build. We only have 2 stamps. But we do have Omastar, so that could come in handy. If they do bench this, that is going to be more damage for Jigglypuff. They do have 2 energy for Welder, that's not good. And they have the 3rd energy. That is also not good. And they pass. Okay, so green. I think in this type of scenario, well, we'd have to get Reshiram, I think. So, it's gonna have to be the play, because we have to go Double Blaze, knock that thing out. We'll do this, probably just get both Braixen and Reshiram. Get both those guys down. And we'll just go for Flare Starter. Don't really see a need to play the Hearth, make it so that my opponent needs to have an energy in their 5-card hand or 6-card hand with their top deck. So that seems fine. And then next turn, if they don't get rid of my hand, we should hopefully be able to knock them out with Double Blaze and take control of the game. We'll see if they reset stamp me. We'll see what they have here. So they have the energy, so they can hit me for 180. What would they grab, though? What is going to be important to them? The Caitlin Cynthia, they're going to get back that Welder. I mean, if we can draw into a Fiery Flint here, that would be so good, because then we can just straight up do the Double Blaze. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If they bench any more Volcanion, I can actually try to go for the Omastar. And Omastar is good here. Most of their deck plays items, so if we can get an Omastar to stick, that would be really good. But we probably need more Volcanion, so I don't really know how I feel about that. So as long as we do not... As long as we just get 3 fires, we knock out this guy with Double Blaze, and we should be in a good spot. They can't get any 3 cards here, so ideally we'd maybe want like a reset stamp and a fire energy for the welder here. That would be ideal. Alright, let's see what we draw. Drew another Volcanion. Okay then. Think we'll get rid of it. No, what would I hearth away? Like Switch, I guess? That's like the only card I don't really see being useful in this hand. I should play Pokégear here, but like at the same time, I'm gonna need it in case of a reset stamp if I knock him out, so that's just not a good idea. We're just gonna have to rely on the RNG gods here. Nope. We did get our reset stamp. Unfortunately, not much else to work with. No fire energy, no fire crystal. That's a shame. That is a shame. I mean, is it really worth it to stamp him here? Just put him down to a low hand size. I think it is. Put him down to 5 cards. I think that'll still cripple him. Unfortunately, we're not going to quite get the knockout. We are 10 damage off, but we can still Flare Strike for 230 damage. And, I mean, if we can Pokégear, we can maybe knock out this Reshiram with Double Blaze, and this guy will have 40 HP. So that could be our game plan. Is kind of just take out both. Take this guy out with Double Blaze, and then this guy can get knocked out down the road. Seems like a good idea. Seems good to me. We have another stamp, too. Oh, they're putting more GXs in play. Lopunny Jigglypuff is going to be really good. Okay, so this is coming. We didn't quite get to use the Omastar in this matchup, but it's not really that useful, to be honest with you. Well, it is useful, but like we weren't able to get into play. They have 3 Pokemon GX in play, so that's pretty good for Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff, which would be doing quite a bit of damage here. All right, let's see what we draw. Okay, Fiery Flint. I like to see it. So we have 180 damage on us. We could heal 120 of that, so we would have 60 HP remaining. But we would still get knocked out by double or Flare Strike. So no point in doing that. Look, what we'll do is Giant Hearth away the Fiery Flint is the only. I mean, we have like 3 energy left. I don't really think we're gonna need the Flint anymore, especially if we get reset stamped. I don't see it being needed. I could try and knock him out with High Heat Blast. This guy doesn't get KO'd. We can potentially bring out this, knock it out with Double Blaze. That would also be kind of good. See what Pokégear gives me. Okay, never mind. We didn't get the Welder. That option doesn't work, unfortunately. I think we're just gonna have to take that Double Blaze KO here with green. Oh no! Did we seriously prize Great Catcher? Bruh, oh no, we actually prized Great Catcher. And the other custom catcher piece is prized. Okay. That's pretty annoying, but it's fine. Well, it's not fine. It's actually pretty bad, but in my eyes, it's fine. We're gonna have to. We can still knock him out Volcanion, thankfully, thanks to Tag Switch being in the deck. But man, that is some salt in the wound. I think we should stamp him still, just to get rid of whatever he had going on in his hand there. Okay, this is still fine. We still have the double blaze option available, so if anything, this actually works out better for us. See if we can get that catcher piece here. No, we didn't. Wow. Are you serious? That's pretty bad. No, but they're still going to bring in the Zard. So, let's see if they have the customs here to knock out my Reshizard. If they do, we won't have the ability to do double blaze, which is pretty bad considering they play healing cards. We're out of reset stamps now, too. I used them all up to try to prevent them from doing any shenanigans with Braixard, so that's not good. We'll see what happens here, though. Ah, you gotta be... Dang it, dude. I stamped them into the custom, but they do get rid of a mixed herb there. What else? What else did they get rid of? Okay, they got rid of a herb and a bulk. Oh my god. They're just gonna win on the clock here with double blaze. Oh no. This is not good. They're gonna win in a few turns. Why did I have to stamp them into a Great Catcher? Like, come on, bro, are you serious? Are you actually kidding me right now? Like, why? I prized all my other gusting cards, so, like, I can't even do anything here if they switch. This is... this is... really stupid. This is really, really stupid. We still have the option of Puffy Smasher. So we would need 5 energy. We could do 200 damage to one of your post-match Pokemon. Okay, so... as long as we can hit an energy here, we can get there. So if we find a Fire Crystal or something, we could potentially get a Puffy Smasher and knock this guy out if he doesn't heal it. We didn't get an energy, though. Jesus, man. We are just not getting lucky today, are we? Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say, dude? Our luck this game was not very good. They probably just have the Great Catcher energy to win the game here. No, they're going to stamp me to 3. Okay, we're still going to Giant Hearth. I mean, at the very least, they can't actually knock me out with Charizard this turn, because they already did Flare Strike, so they have to double blaze me. But they have the Great Catcher in their hand, so it doesn't matter. Yep. Alright guys, that was a really bad first game. Everything kind of just went wrong there. We prized our gusting cards. We kept whiffing energies when we needed to find them off of Welders. So that was just not good. That was a terrible game. We'll see what we can recover with here. Looks like we're playing against another Mew 3 deck. Or another deck, maybe Mew 3. Which, we'll see how this goes. They do have stuff like Latios, which is a little frustrating, but if we get Omastar in play, things could go well. We can item lock them, and that is the ideal strategy here. Oh, but we have to start with Braixard. We have no Pokemon in our hand either to grab green and switch, which is pretty bad. Oh, they're playing an Ability Zard deck here. Okay. Actually don't know how relevant... Well, no, I still think Omastar is good. Shutting off stuff like Fire Crystals and Cherish Balls could be pretty powerful. Sadly, our start here is pretty bad. Well, actually, no, we could tag call. As long as we didn't press Pokecom, we can tag call. Okay, no, okay, we're good. We do have an out here. We have an out. We're good. We can tag call. And green Pokecom. Do they have the double energy? They do. You don't want to see a double blaze, and it's not see what we can draw out of this. Pokégear, that's actually not bad. So we'll tag call for you, and probably you. Sure. Let's just check the deck. Do we have our Pokécon? We do, and we have a switch. We have 8 fires, so we priced a few fire energies. Do we have both customs? Yes, okay, good. We have all our gusting cards. Thank the Lord. Actually, we don't want to reveal that. We do not want to reveal our boy just yet. I mean, ideally it would be better to get a Reshiram powered up, but whatever. The game was not deciding to like me today. Well, Flare Starter. So, we're getting this boy built up, which is good. But the problem is Double Blaze is going to happen soon. So I don't really know how good of a spot we're in. Choice Helmet can't protect me either against Double Blaze, because it just goes through all effects when your opponent's active. Well, they're doing 200 anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. And this is where the Omastar would be good. As you can see, they are filling their bench up with Pokemon, so if we had the Omastar in play right now, we would be in a good spot, I would say, because they can't play any items. But they've played a few items already. Like, that Pal Pad's a good card to actually prevent them from playing. Their bench is full now, with only 2 GXs, so sadly Lopunny Jigglypuff isn't that great. Okay. Heat Factory's fine. We can bump that with Giant Hearth, but then at the same time, we feed them a Ninetales. I wouldn't even mind just putting 110 damage on this thing with High Heat Blast. Because you can't heal the Reshiram. So if we damage it and then summon it up for a brilliant Flare KO, that would be ideal. Looks like they're just going to knock me out here. And then we just get Double Blazed. Like, why? Why, oh why, oh why? We have to take green. I think we gotta play green here. This is very annoying. We get Tag Call and Welder. We're gonna have to play the Hearth as much as I don't want to because it helps them, but can't really do anything about it. We're gonna need the energy. We'll just take these two. Alright. Search your deck for 3 cards. Yes, please. Give me the loot. So we're definitely taking a reset. That is 100% going to be a thing. We'll take a Fire Crystal. And we'll take... Could take a Fossil here. Actually, no. We could... Oh no, Volcanion would knock him out. I think we have to Jumping Balloon them. So take Reset Stamp. And... I mean, Tag Switch seems pretty good too. Because then we can switch this out at some point, going to Reshiram. I would have liked to have maybe gotten the Omastar in play there, but I think it's more important to just be able to retaliate here. Assuming they have the knockout with Double Blaze. We'll see if they do. I mean, if they don't knock me out here, this is going to be a pretty good turn for us, but they most likely have it. They have a reset stamp. Of course they do. And we didn't get a Welder. Like, why? Okay, you know, we could maybe custom catcher here for 3. Oh, he doesn't have the knockout. Oh, thank you. Holy cow, thank you. Alright. That's really, really good. That's, oh, that actually is really good. Okay, so I think we just knocked him out Volcanion. No, we can't. Never mind. Okay, whoa, wait. I think we still go switch Tag Switch. We can knock him out with Jumping Balloon, and then we force him to have to bring out the Charizard some other way. Like, he can still knock me out with Ninetales and Victini. Maybe I should just go for the Brilliant Flare. Because then I can get the Omastar into play and item lock him, and then I can also stamp him with the Omastar in play. That actually doesn't seem too bad. That actually, yeah, that doesn't seem too bad, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I regret getting the Tag Switch now, but it's fine. Yeah, you know, I'm fine with losing this, because, yeah, stamp. Okay, yeah, okay. This seems good. We'll just get rid of... I guess Switch is the oddball out. I don't know. I think that was our last Switch. We still have a Mallow Lana, though, chilling in the deck. And Caitlin Cynthia. Okay, I gotta hope he doesn't have a second reset stamp, or else this strategy is not going to work out in our favor. But this is fine. We can item lock and stamp him, and that might be good. Assuming if we get stamped here, though, this is not gonna be good. But if we, oh no, we got a candy off the prizes. I shouldn't have grabbed candy then. Whatever. We just gotta pray he doesn't stamp me here, and we can definitely go off. We'll have a pretty good turn here if we, because we could stop him from playing Pokégear, we can stop him from chairs falling for Dedenes, which is good. We can do so much if we do not get stamped. He could Ninetales the Fossil, like, that wasn't really gonna help his case though, but we'll see. Get rid of another Palpad. Alright, is he gonna knock out my Fossil? No, he's just gonna go Infinity, so this is perfect. I mean, he does have the Ninetales to bring in the Omastar at some point, but I still think the item lock is really good. I think we go make a Lopunny Jigglypuff. We can still Flare Strike him. And then set up a Double Blaze KO. Yeah, we'll have more HP if we do Reshiram. Though we could GX this guy in the future. So item lock, stamp the 2. I'd also would like to bump the stadium. I should have maybe grabbed a stadium there. It's fine though, we can try to Welder into it. We still have a Power Plant. We don't want to play Heat Factory, so I guess we gotta hope to hit Power Plant here. But this is good. Okay, no, we didn't get it. We have a Great Catcher. Still have our double custom play. So I guess what we really could do is do this. can Great Catcher the Dedenne, knock it out, and then all we gotta do is take one of these things out, and we have another custom in the deck to do that. So yeah, I think that works out pretty well. So yeah, we Omastar stamped him, and let's see if this actually works out in our favor. Let's see. He has Stellar Wish, but he can no longer get Dedenne. And he did put a bunch of energy back in the deck too, which clunks it up quite a bit. So this should be game. Okay, he found a Welder off the stamp, of course. Alright. If Blacephalon KOs me, I give up, but there's no way. He can't play Fire Crystal. Like, I just don't see how he's going to win this game at this point. I just don't see how he's winning. He can't play Switch. So, yeah. This should be game. He can't switch out the Jirachi here, guys. So I think Omastar might have locked him. Again, he can't play any items. No Fire Crystals, no Fiery Flints, no Cherish Ball for Dedenne, no Pokécoms. None of that. No Pokégears. Not even a stamp. He cannot do anything right now in terms of his items. He's just forced with a bunch of energy and whatever Welder gave him. And that is game. Omastar item locking him out of the game to take the dub. That is why the Omastar is kind of cool and kind of good. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. We showed off the Omastar. Yeah, look, all these items. He couldn't play. I'm sure he wanted a Fire Crystal. Like, I'm sure he would have won the game most likely if we didn't get the Omastar in play. Like, even though we stamped him the 2, he still had the double Jirachi. He probably had the Switch. He probably would have found a way to get out of the 2-hand, and he probably would have won the game with a Blacephalon there. But as you can see, guys, Omastar reset stamp is pretty cool in this deck, and we showed off why that works and why that combo is so good. But I'm gonna wrap this feature video, guys, on the Braixen Omastar deck. If I were to make any changes to it, I probably would want to play more switches. Switch is actually pretty important, not Great Catcher. Switch is actually pretty important. I do like the combination of Great Catcher and the customs, though. I think that's a really good combo to have. Outside of that, I think this deck is pretty fun to play. Definitely a fun deck to try out for yourself. And yeah, that'll wrap up the video. If you guys enjoy, make sure you leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Remember that we're reaching 6,000 subs. We actually just hit 5,900 subscribers, so we are now 100 subscribers off of 6,000 subs. So if you guys haven't subbed to the channel, make sure to do so. Check out the sponsor Card Guy and TCG, guys. As always, if you're ever in any need of any PTCGO codes, get them there. Use code LDF for the checkout if you get any Cosmic Eclipse codes. And I'll see you guys on the PTCGO video. Follow me on Twitter down below too. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.